about it at brightsideben.com, or you can call the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470. 866-735-2470. We're talking to Dr. Peter Glidden, a good friend, as well as a wonderful health advocate, naturopath, homeopathist, fun guy, and the author of Fire MD Now and the host of the GCN radio program Fire MD Now. So, Dr. Glidden, what is it that you had that these homeopathic remedies actually cured?
Well, that opens up a whole can of worms, doesn't it? Because conventional medicine has convinced us that there is such a thing as asthma, that there is such a thing as high blood pressure, when in point of fact there isn't. Because, you could bring me a box of oranges if I asked you to, or a box of printer paper, but can you bring me a box of asthma? No.
That's good.
Can't do it, right?
That's good.
These diagnostic terms
are verbs.
Yeah, they're words that we have intangible words that we've given to describe complex reactions happening in people's bodies. There's no such thing as asthma. There is a person's body who's having difficulty breathing for whatever reason, and just because we call it asthma doesn't, really mean anything. It kind of gets us in a therapeutic ballpark, but that's it. So I had the Peter Glidden disease. That's what I had.
That's good. So, in other words, do you suspect there's a nefarious reason for nominalizing these diagnoses, for making them into terms that you can kind of grab your hand around and treat and bill and diagnose?
I don't think the MDs are that smart. I think it's become a runaway train because, your MDs are not trained in medicine. Nobody is. Nobody's trained in medicine. Medicine is a vast domain with a lot of different countries in it. And the country of medicine, the type of medicine that the MDs are trained in is referred to as allopathic medicine, right? There's homeopathic, chiropractic, osteopathic. Allopathic medicine is based on a reductionistic philosophy, and reductionism argues that if you can't measure it, it doesn't exist, that the human body is a machine made of parts, that consciousness is a function of biochemistry, and that really your body is just a bag of biochemicals waiting to break, and when something does break, it's not the MD's job to fix it. It's the MD's job to manage it. It's nuts when people understand this. Your medical doctor might be the nicest human being God ever created, but because they're trained in the MD method, they are trained to believe that they're not concerned with what causes arthritis. They're not concerned with what causes high blood pressure. They're not concerned with what causes disease. They're only trained how to manage the symptoms with drugs. There's nothing wrong with drugs, by the way. For goodness sake, thanks God for Novocaine.
Yeah, that's right. Pain pills.
Right?
I agree with that. That's true. I totally understand what you're saying now. So you're saying we've got a disease management system versus a health care system, if you will, health providing system. Is that accurate?
Yeah, and in a perfect world, it would be illegal for hospitals to advertise themselves as healthcare because they do not practice healthcare.
That's right.
They practice disease management, and there's a giant difference between the two.
Okay, so allo and homeo. Allopathy, homeopathy. Allo meaning against, allopathy meaning you fight disease. Homeopathy, interestingly, what's disease? Tell us a little bit about, as a homeopathist, tell us a little bit about homeopathy, and also tell us a little bit about how something that's diluted to the billionths of a part or millionths of a part at least can have a biological effect, in your opinion.
Well, nobody knows the mechanism through which homeopathic medicines exert their influence on the human body, but quite frankly, scientists, neither do they know the mechanism that causes gravity. Scientists, we can measure gravity, we can predict what it does, but nobody knows what causes gravity. Not even Einstein could figure that one out, but just because we don't know what causes it doesn't mean we should just throw it out the window and disregard it. But that's what scientists do with homeopathy because they can't understand the mechanism. They disregard it as fantasy, as fallacy, as fiction, and they categorize all of the remarkable homeopathic results into the big dumpster of the placebo effect. Oh, it's the placebo effect. We don't understand it. Oh, it's the placebo effect. Oh, acupuncture. We don't understand it. Oh, it's the placebo effect. Oh, vitamins. We don't understand it. It's the placebo effect. It's nuts.
Isn't everything the placebo effect? Isn't everything the placebo effect in a way? I mean, everything, right?
Right.
I mean, seriously. I mean, but isn't it us that's healing? If we use a medicine to heal, or we use a drug to heal, or we use a nutrition to heal, isn't it the body that's doing the work? And in that sense, we're actually affecting the change. We, as biological entities, are affecting the change, not the element that we're putting into our system.
Well, this is a good point, and this is the whole foundation of holistic medicine in general. And this is the biggest difference between the holistic method and the allopathic MD method, because the MDs are trained to believe that once you're sick, you're screwed. Your body can't fix itself, and your only option is to manage your symptoms with drugs. And holistic physicians, every holistic physician in the world, it doesn't matter if they're a homeopath, an acupuncturist, an Ayurvedic practitioner, a naturopath, their understanding is, guess what? The human body knows how to fix itself. The human body wants to fix itself. And it's the holistic physician's job to facilitate the body's self-healing. And when you do that, remarkable things happen.
That is such a powerful message. I love that idea that we're self-contained healing systems and that we can heal ourselves. And you know what, Dr. Glidden? Every time we cut ourselves, we're witness to this healing process right in front of our very eyes.
That's right. I mean, the body is so smart. It grew itself all by itself.
That's right.
Into you from a tiny organ. Now, you think if it could do that, it knows how to fix itself.
Right. It turns your lunch into your eyeballs or your bones or your muscles. So I still want to get to this thing about homeopathy because I find it very, very fascinating. If allopathy, allo meaning the root of the word allopathy, allo meaning against, where you fight disease, homeopathy means with disease. Explain how that works and what homeopathy really is and what a homeopathic so-called remedy really is.
Well, all right. So homeopathy argues that when the human body is in a state of health, it exists in something called homeostasis, dynamic equilibrium. All the parts of the body are working the way that God and nature intended them to, and the person is symptom-free. Now, you go through the road of life and you experience the stress, whether it's a physical, mental, emotional, whatever the stress it is, a virus, a bacteria, you get divorced, you get married, whatever, and life is a great big bowl of stress. So when you experience stress, if the body is strong enough, the stress impacts the body and bounces off and nothing happens. If the stress is powerful enough to overcome the body, the stress hits the body and destabilizes the body, pushing the body figuratively out of a state of balance. When the body goes out of balance, it compensates by generating a symptom. It compensates by generating a symptom. You know, if I snuck up behind you and tried to push you over, you'd throw an arm out or a leg out in order to maintain your balance just automatically without even thinking about it. This is what the body does.
That's a symptom. It
attempts to maintain its balance, and more about this in a second.
Okay, hang tight, Peter. All right, we're talking to Dr. Peter Glidden, author of Fire Your MD Now and host of the radio program of the same name on the GCN Radio Network. We're going to take a break and come back with more good information right after this.
Men who want intimacy and pleasure back in their love life don't ask if, they ask when. So men, spark up your love life, get pleasure and intimacy back, and please your special lady with Epic Nights. Epic Nights is a safe, revolutionary herbal sexual formula for men that combines ancient herbal ingredients and modern science to significantly support stamina, performance, and pleasure. Men, Epic Nights is a proven 100% natural product that works first time, every time, even after consuming alcohol. And you won't hear any of those cliche disclaimers, man, because Epic Nights will not give you unwanted side effects, but Epic Nights will allow you to give your partner what they deserve. Epic Nights is guaranteed as one of the most effective male enhancers on the web, or will refund your purchase 100%. Buy Epic Nights at buyepicnights.com, spelled BUYEPICNIGHTS.com, or call 1-877-330-1120, 877-330-1120. Epic Nights, one pill, one Epic Night.
I will never forget the day my son Jeremy told me he hated me and slammed the door in my face. I'm behavioral therapist Janet Lehman. Behavior problems can turn the child you love and your life into a nightmare. That's why my husband James and I created the Total Transformation, the step-by-step program that shows you how to fix the worst behavior problems and get your child to respect and listen to you again. No matter what the behavior, defiance, backtalk, angry outbursts, disrespect, we can help you stop it. Now you can get the Total Transformation for free. All you need to do is get the program and let us know how it works for you. You can keep it forever for free.
Limited number of free programs available. Call now. 1-888-912-1595. 1-888-912-1595. That's 1-888-912-1595. 1-888-912-1595.
Hi, this is Steve Sanchez, and based on a recent study, it was found that 57 million Americans had legal issues over the last 12 months, but only 60% of those studied sought out the services of a lawyer. Why? In a nutshell, affordability. Well, my friends at Legal Shield have created a solution that can help you not if, but when you need an attorney. For as little as $17 per month, Legal Shield will provide you unlimited access to qualified attorneys at an accomplished law firm for advice and counsel on legal issues, no matter how serious or trivial. For over 40 years and with 1.4 million families across North America, Legal Shield can help you, the loyal GCN listener. Representatives are standing by now to answer your questions, so call them now at 1-855-340-SAVE. That's 1-855-340-7283, or visit them at lsprotection.com. That's lsprotection.com.
Results will vary from case to case.
So we decided to upgrade the look of our home.
You know, improve the curve appeal.
We decided to add the look of stone to the exterior.
We really like the stacked stone look.
Yeah, but when I checked into the price, it was ridiculous. No way could we afford it.
Then a friend told me about Genstone. Genstone.
Genstone comes in lightweight panels made of polyurethane. They've actually engineered the hassle out of installation. No mortar, no mesh. It was easy. Even I could do it.
We just screwed the panels to the wall and it looks like stone. I mean, it really looks like stone.
Yeah, from the box to the wall in minutes.
We love the look of our home now.
And Genstone is durable, comes with a 25-year warranty, and offers additional R-value for insulation.
If you want the look of stone at a price you can afford, call Genstone
at 855-955-STONE.
Trust me, you'll save money.
And you'll love the look.
855-955-STONE. That's 855-955-7866.
For over 5 years, you've been hearing about the Berkey Guy, so you may know a few things about him. For example, you are well aware of the superior quality and effectiveness of Berkey water filters and accessories. But did you know the Berkeys have had independent lab tests done to prove just how effective they are? It's true, and he can email you the test results. Just visit GoBerkey.com. You may also know that the Berkey Guy has helped tens of thousands of people get better prepared. Now here's something you may not know. GoBerkey.com has amazing specials and deals all the time on a wide variety of survival and preparedness products. Most ready to ship same day. Visit the Berkey Guy at GoBerkey.com and be sure to click the red Products on Sale Now button. You can always call toll-free 877-886-3653. Again, that's 877-886-3653. GoBerkey.com, home of the Berkey Guy.
Great minds think alike. The network for the independent-minded. The Genesis Communications Network. GC.
All right, we are back on the Brightside. I am Pharmacist Ben. Thanks for joining us this morning. We're talking to Dr. Peter Glidden, author of Fire Your MD Now and host of the GCN radio program of the same name. So, Dr. Glidden, so symptoms are the way that the body balances itself out. It's a manifestation of an attempt to balance things out. Is that correct?
Well, yes, this is an important point to understand, right? And I have to kind of line it up like this so people understand it. So when you're in a state of health, you're symptom-free, right? You don't feel your eye, you don't feel your lung, you don't feel your knee. When the shoe fits, you don't feel it. When a person is in a state of health, they are symptom-free. Then they experience the stress that the body can't handle. The stress impacts the system, destabilizes it, and in compensation, the system generates a symptom. So, you know, you've got a headache. Let's say you've got a headache, all right? So now the headache, the symptom, is like the check engine light that comes on in the dashboard. The little light on the dashboard is not a problem.
Right.
It's an indication that there's a greater problem somewhere else. But the MDs, because they're trained in an allopathic reductionistic philosophy, see the headache, see the symptom as everything. And the symptom is not the disease. The symptom is the result of the disease. The tumor is not the disease. The high blood pressure is not the disease. The headache is not the disease. It's the result of the disease, but the MD, because they're trained in a reductionistic method, doesn't understand this, and so they're trained to snip the